they had Ed Hartwell was. Talk about a waste of money. I appreciate you, Rich McKay. Nonetheless, because that's a Rich signing. You know that, right?
Look at that.
Thanks, Rich. Rich bought a Super Bowl to the Bucs and then decided to come here and do shit like sign Ed Hartwell. I just don't get it. And I'm trying to think, was Rich? Do you know if Rich was the not to get off topic, but do you know if Rich was the GM? I'm going to assume he fired Tony Dungy.
I hope not.
Because either that or let me see. Let's just see. When was Rich McKay the GM?
Hey, pull up Tony Dungy. I got Rich McKay pulled up.
Okay, yes, he was. Rich McKay was the GM of the Bucs from '94 to 2003. So he
won the Super Bowl there.
And that's why he's got so much cachet with fucking Arthur. Because Arthur looks at it as, and then I know his dad was also a GM in the NFL, and obviously he's the head of the competition committee. But Tampa obviously was a dumpster fire in 1994. I'm sure that Tampa was one of the worst teams in the NFL, and he's built a team basically from ground up. It's kind of how everybody wants to look at this. And look, we're going to get back to Saban. We're going to dedicate some time to the Falcons, but.
You know what? Here's the one thing that's going to hurt our Falcons deal. Our Rich McKay conversation. But we're not going to stop it.
Just get us on air first. We don't have to talk about him yet. And then once we get on air, even if we get canceled after the first show, I mean, honestly, if anything, they want to make this thing as great as it can be. Let's get the people that are on it. Because it's supposed to be a fan show. It's not a corporate show. It's a fan show. It's a I've been giving you money all this time show. And you put Rich McKay, we can ask these tough questions and ask him, what is your involvement with the team? What do you actually do? I know at one point, Thomas was the one that had the keys with Mike Smith, and you were there, and you were more so handling the stadium and the business aspect of the team. Then it got to the point where the team wasn't doing too well. And then it was it's a group decision. It's a decision by me and Arthur to decide to fire Smith but keep Dimitroff and bring in Quinn. You hired a hiring firm. They hired a hiring firm to hire Dan Quinn. I remember because we had to wait until after the Super Bowl to hire him. And then it turned this thing towards the later years of Dimitroff and Quinn to where it was a three-headed monster, but Pioli was there. Now you got Ryan Pace that's like an assistant GM, and we're signing all these former Bears. I want to know what is your actual position on the team? What do you?
No. I think the better question is,
or are you basically the final? Like all right, in the business world for me, there's a specific company that I won't name that's a tire company. They're one of the biggest tire companies in the world. For accounts payables, they have a way of doing it. There's the AP person that I have that I send the invoices to. There's the director. There's the head of finance. And then there's another person that works, I guess, in AP. They all four are who I send the invoice to. They approve it. But then when I'm like, hey, we didn't get paid yet. I'm out of curiosity. This is past like the time. Like, what's going on? They say that the CEO didn't approve it. So my question is this the same thing going on with the Falcons to where basically we need approval across the board, or what is somebody not able to do their job, or like who actually makes the decisions? I mean, I know that it falls back on the owner, but because put it this way, everything that happens with our employees, it falls back on me. Fuck all these other people. It's about my name is on the checks, and I know that Arthur's name is on all the checks that go through the Falcons. Rich McKay does not have a signature on the Falcons checks. Arthur Blank's signatures on all those checks. But
hey, here's my question. My question would be, so what happens if Terry and Arthur Smith say yes? What does that do? What does that do for the rest of y'all? Like, is that an automatic yes? Or what happens if Terry says yes and
Terry and Arthur say yes, but Rich and Art and Blank say no?
Well, we know the answer to that.
Well, then why are they doing the job? I mean, that's the part I'm trying to figure out.
I think that's the question. Like, hey, when it all boils down to it, when Terry comes up here and says, hey, Arthur, I'm talking to Arthur. I know I got to throw Rich in the CC line. Arthur, here's what Arthur Smith and I have came to a decision on. We want to offer this player this contract for this dollar figure, or we want to draft this guy at this pick because he's available. And if Rich says no, what does Arthur Blank say? That's the question I want to ask Rich McKay.